my gosh, would you look what time it is? It's time for another video, baby. Let's go, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're enjoying this. If you aren't, well, you suck at life. Anyway, through some accident or great catastrophe, you've accidentally managed to click on this video. After a lot of brainstorming and headaches and ibuprofen and water and more headaches and more brainstorming, I've been trying to come up with what people want to see in a YouTube video, and I think I've got it. People want money. Money! That's it. You got it, boys. You guessed it here first. People want money in their YouTube videos. They want to click on a YouTube video and they just want money pouring out of the YouTube video, out of the screen, into their faces, and to just land straight into their lap or in their bank account. Well, I can't do that because it hasn't been invented yet, but what I can do is teach you how to get some money. If you haven't figured it out yet, guys, this is going to be the complete and unexhaustive guide to making money the wrong way. So you've all probably seen this video, right?
But do you guys not want to make money?
Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you name down that napkin for me?
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
Right. All you need to do to make a boatload of cash is one of these fine and handy dandy things. OptiFlow from Staples. Just kidding. It's called a pen. But for the sake of this video and certain copyright reasons, we're going to be calling this the Inkifier. Now, if you've never had... Now, if you've never held one of these before, it's pretty easy. It's got a top right here. It's got a bottom part right here. And if you pull them apart, they separate. Now, what you've got here is an Inkifier that is ready to be used. You can use this for a lot of things. Some people like to write with it. Some people like to draw with it. But if you really want to get good at making money with it, here's what you do. Now, you start out, any regular old Joe.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Not that, Joe, silly. You need to be able to at least form a sentence. Start out as any regular old Frank. You pick up your Inkifier, you pull them apart, you put them together, and what do you get? You get an Inkifier that's ready to be used. Now you take that Inkifier, and instead of writing or drawing with it, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take it, you're gonna walk down the street, and the next time you see somebody, first person you walk into, you're gonna hand them a cup of tea, but before you hand them that cup of tea, you're gonna put a couple of sleeping pills in it, make sure they fully dissolve, or however the heck that works, hand it to them, offer them a nice drink and a happy day, and then follow them until you see them passed out on the side of the road like a drug addict on the streets of Portland, Maine. Now you've only got about a couple seconds to act. Either way, they're unconscious and you got about 30 seconds. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna go to the back of their arm, right here. You're gonna draw a little star. No, not because they're Jewish, silly. Because the next day when you bump into that same person again as you're getting coffee at the local coffee shop, you're gonna make a bet with them. You're gonna go straight up to them and say, hey, you know, sir, I gave you that tea the other day, and I was wondering if you want to make a bet with me today. You're going to say, hey, do you have any tattoos? And they're going to say, no, I don't got any tattoos. And you're like, you want to make a bet? And they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't got any tattoos. It's my own body, isn't it? My body, my choice! I'm going to say, bet. I would like to make a bet with you that you have a tattoo of a star right behind your right arm. And without looking, they hand you 20 bucks and say, all right, bet, let's find out, and there's a star. Now, because they're pretty impressed and they have no idea how this happened because they have no recollection of the day before, they're gonna hand you another 20 bucks, and now you're $40 richer. But you don't stop there. The next day, instead of going out investing that money into, ETFs or stock mutual growth funds at 10% a year, you're gonna do something brilliant, so brilliant that nobody's ever even thought of this before. You're gonna go out and spend that 40 bucks and buy 2 more pens. What's that? Only 2 more pens, you say? That's right, because you know something that nobody else in the world knows. You know the value of the Inkifier. I have no clue where I'm going with this. Now, these aren't just any 2 regular old pens. With one of the pens, you open it up, you take it apart, and inside, you put a very tiny, microscopic, invisible to the eye microphone. You take that pen, and you set it aside. You take the next pen that you had just purchased and you put a tiny little tracker right in the end there where nobody can see it. You take those 2 pens, you're walking down the road. The next day you see in the newspaper, Jeff Bezos about to launch new rocket ship shaped like a, well, we won't get into what it's shaped like, about to launch a new spaceship into orbit at Houston International Air Base. So you go and you buy yourself 2 plane tickets, one for the way there and another one for the way there, just in case the first one was delayed. Then you go on your first flight and you make it there safe and sound because, you know, there's still a few more days until the anniversary of, well, you know, the thing that it is. And then you go and you meet up at the spaceship launch and you ask, hey, Jeff Bezos, hey, you're such a great famous guy. Can you sign my t-shirt for me? No, not your sweatshirt. This isn't a Jacob Sartorius song. My sweatshirt. He says, well, yeah, sure, but I don't have a pen. Well, oh my gosh, you have the pen for him. And he takes his pen, he signs your sweatshirt, and he said, hey, and would you mind signing another one for my girlfriend? You hand him another pen, he says, yeah, sure, I'd love to. You hand him the pen, the second pen, and now Jeff Bezos has both of these pens in his possession. Without realizing it, you've just compromised the security of the largest company in the United States of America. That's right, you are ready to take over Amazon. But this is only one of the first steps. Unfortunately, now you're stranded in Houston, Texas, because you have no way out, because you bought both plane tickets for the way there. So what do? You stop by an ice cream truck. On the way there, you overhear a conversation about the new Delta, but you don't catch the end of it, so you aren't sure if it's a catastrophe with the second you-know-what, or the second you-know-what.
With Delta.
Anyway, you stop by, you get your ice cream, you know, your double chalky chip.
Chocolate chip.
You're licking your double chalky chip, and you notice that the space launch has gone a little awry. There is no space launch. Jeff Bezos has just embezzled thousands and upon millions of billions of trillions of dollars out of his investors and fled the country. Fortunately for you, you know exactly where he is and exactly what he plans to do because you have his location and his voice being downloaded directly into your smartphone. Immediately, you go to the FBI with the information that you might possibly know where he is, but you aren't exactly sure. Well, they say we can't do anything with that unless you're absolutely positive, and so would you please, sir, kindly stop wasting our time. So you leave there. The next day, you see a wanted ad for Jeff Bezos. Any information regarding his whereabouts or the lead to his capture worth $50 million. You say, wow, that's a lot of money. You go back to the FBI and you say, as a matter of fact, I do know exactly where he is, and I do know exactly where he's headed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Well, they say, that's great, but it won't help us any unless you tell us where you are. You say, first, I'd like to have half of the $50 million. They say, all right, here's $25 million. You say, thank you. You're about to walk out the door when they remind you that you have to tell him where he's headed. You say, all right, I forgot about that part. He's headed to Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin. They say, well, what in the world does he want to do with Vladimir Putin? They say, well, it appears that Mr. Jeff Bezos is going to meet with Putin in order to rig some U.S. elections.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
They say, well, that's impossible. Biden's already president. What would he want to do that for? They say, no. In case you haven't heard, Jeff Bezos is a huge Kanye West fan. And if we don't do anything to stop them, in 3 more years, Kanye West will become the 52nd president of the United States of America. And they go, oh my gosh, what a tragic outcome.
None of us would be here without come.
You say, well, it can't be that bad. At least it's not Drake.
I love you.
And there you are, guys. That is how you make $50 million with one little pen. Congratulations, now you know. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for that long-winded, drawn-out story. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I had no idea where that was going. I still don't have any idea where that was going. But I gotta go edit this video, so hope you guys liked that video. Hope you subscribe. You never know what you're gonna get when you click on a video on this channel. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Peace out, boys. Later.